How's it going, everybody? I'm Zach Allen,
And I'm Sam Woloson.
and Penn State just walloped Delaware 63-7. Pure domination from start to finish. There was, the one long touchdown Delaware had, but outside of that, they didn't really have much going on. Penn State improves to 2-0. Really, the offense was humming even after Drew Aller came out of the game, which was early in the third quarter. So I'm just curious, Sam, what did you think about today's game?
Yeah, I thought the most impressive thing for Penn State was just how well they ran the football. I mean, the offensive line for 60 minutes absolutely bullied Delaware. There was over 300 rushing yards for Penn State, 6 rushing touchdowns. And in the pass protection as well, Drew Aller was not hit very many times today in the pocket. And I thought he played really well as well. But it all starts with the offensive line.
Yeah, and even when Bo came in, the true freshman offensive lineman, the third and fourth strings, they didn't give up a sack either. It was really from the starters to, the true freshmen that don't really see much playing time. It was all solid. After the game, I think it was either Drew or Bo. It was one of them. Someone asked them about, the left side of the offensive line, because at one point the center, left guard, and left tackle were all true freshmen. And I think it was Bo who said he had zero stress the whole time. He was the one kind of playing quarterback behind that offensive line, and I think it goes back to what you said. Penn State, even with Trey Potts in the game, they had over 300 rushing yards, and it was just a great performance. Is there anything at all you thought Penn State could have done better?
Well, obviously, you think about the one score that Delaware did have. It was a play where I believe it was Tyler Elsdon who didn't get into the correct gap, and that was just a wide open hole for Delaware's running back to go through. But that was really the only big mistake that I thought we saw from Penn State. I thought everything was clean, and even when all the backups came in, I would argue that the second half was even better than the first half for Penn State, even with all those young players, a lot of freshmen that played their first snap, but they really didn't skip a beat.
Yeah, and I think another thing going off of that, James Franklin is a big penalty battle guy, and one of the two things he said that Penn State could have done better right away was A, the Elsdon missed gap assignment, and B, they lost the penalty battle. There were a few penalties. I think a false start, an offside on a punt that gave Delaware a first down, even though they didn't do anything with it anyway. But it's just something, I guess, that could have been cleaner in a game that was over at halftime pretty much. And yeah, now they're moving on to their first away game against Illinois. Drew Aller's first away start, and we kind of started to see a running back tandem. Katron got the start tonight. What are your expectations for Illinois?
Yeah, I mean, naturally I expect it's not going to be as easy for Penn State as it was against Delaware here today, but I am very confident in the team because they already played against a Power 5 opponent in West Virginia. So it's not like Illinois is a huge step up from West Virginia. I feel like they're pretty well prepared, and if their offensive line can continue to just bully the opposition, if they can continue to have these great success running the ball, then I feel like they can have a great game against Illinois.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it is an FCS team. Even though Delaware is a ranked FCS team, it's still an FCS team at the end of the day. This is exactly what you wanted to see from Penn State. You don't want to see a 35-10 score against an FCS team like this. 63-7 is about how it should go if Penn State, wants to go to the playoff and beat Ohio State and Michigan down the line. And I think they did that today, and I think it's a very promising start, first 2 games of the season. And yeah, that's all from Beaver Stadium. Follow us at PSU Footblog, and you can read our stuff at psucollegian.com. Peace.